What happens when the plastic surgery going too far? Check out the results before and after of people who go too far with an obsession of being or reach the perfection through cosmetic surgery.
Number 10. Jocelyn Wildenstein is a woman who spends $60,000 a year on phone bills and $547,000 on food and wine. So by comparison to that, spending $4 million on plastic surgery is
like
almost justified.
Cruella de Vil.
Once married to billionaire businessman Alec Wildenstein, Jocelyn allegedly got these surgeries to please him, as he was known to be fond of big cats. Hence the unusual appearance of her features. These surgeries have earned her the nicknames of Catwoman and the slightly crueler Bride of Wildenstein, a play on Bride of Frankenstein. Despite this, and despite her divorce, Jocelyn is reported to be happy with her looks and her surgeries.
Wait a minute, the reason was to please your husband more, and the result is you spend a lot of money and you look like Cruella de Vil, and your husband left you. This is a sad story.
Number 9. Is it true that young people are influenced by what they see on TV? Well, in the case of Justin Jedlicka, yes.
Anyone can.
After watching Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, Justin decided to do research into getting a rhinoplasty, or a nose job, as he was unhappy with his appearance. A mere 190 procedures later, and you might be better known, Justin, as the human Ken doll. The surgeries include large amounts of muscle implants to try and capture the muscles of Ken, which is obviously far easier than just exercising for free to get real muscles. Number 8. It would be a crime to put the human Ken doll on our list and not follow him up with the human Barbie doll. The name Nanette Hammond is known by. While there is another human Barbie doll called Valeria Lukyanova.
What? She look like real. A very doll. Look the eyes. Look the eyes.
Lukyanova maintains that she hasn't had any surgery. Hammond, on the other hand, admits to spending at least $350,000 on surgery. Saying Hammond is obsessed with Barbie would be putting it lightly. She's had 3 boob jobs, Botox, and veneers to name a few of the procedures, and even owns a bright pink Barbie car. Number 7. Pete Burns vowed to never stop going under the knife in his search for physical perfection, and until his recent death in October of last year, he never did, having over 300 surgeries. Probably better known as the frontman for the 1980s band Dead or Alive,
This was him.
was more famous for his singing than his plastic.
Unbelievable.
This is a tragic tale, beginning with a simple attempt to correct an old broken nose that went horribly wrong. This led to 4 more nose jobs and multiple cheek implants, and a botched lip filler operation ended disastrously as well. Burns claimed that while this was happening, he had a major operation once a week for 2 years to fix the damage. Number 6.
You cannot expect to get your old nose back. There is no such thing as a do-over in plastic surgery.
Jian Feng's nameless wife had plastic surgery to fix a nose disfigurement before they ever met. If it weren't for the fact that they got married and had children who inherited the condition, Feng may not have even known about his wife's old looks.
There is something strange in this portrait, in this family portrait. Like, are you the father? Because you don't look like none of them.
However, they did have a son, and in the chaos that followed the years of lying, Feng divorced and attempted to sue his wife for giving her an ugly child, claiming he had married her under false pretenses.
What?
The Chinese court agreed and awarded Feng $120,000 for his trouble.
The plastic surgery worked for Elle, but not her bank account.
Number 5. In recent years, a 23-year-old named Sam Barton spent £50,000 to look like a British reality TV star named Joey Essex, from popular TV show The Only Way is Essex. The bartender from Birmingham spent thousands, going as far as to have his teeth straightened and covered with veneers. However, in a bigger turnaround than anybody else on our list, Sam Barton regretted these changes and spent the same money again getting the changes reversed. In time, he even hopes to have his veneers removed. Number 4. Another celebrity lookalike wannabe on our list also comes from the UK. Makeup artist Jordan Parks' idol is another reality TV star, but this time an American one, Kim Kardashian herself.
No way.
Through television, he became obsessed with
Look
her.
at his lips.
He decided what better way to go about showing this than to spend $150,000 to look just like her.
It's enormous.
He's had filler in
Huge.
everything that can be filled. A chin implant, eyebrow tattoos, and even some scary sounding things like vampire treatments. He has vowed to cut back on the surgery, but claimed in an interview to have more procedures planned, saying he thinks he will never be fully happy. Number 3. Eric Sprague is a performer. A sideshow performer in a freak show, that is. His extensive body mods, including a full body tattoo of green scales, sharpened teeth, and a split tongue, combined to give him the name Lizard Man.
I'm speechless.
Aside from just his appearance, he also performs classic circus acts like fire eating, sword swallowing, and sitting on a bed of nails. Most recently,
How
he
does he
tried
get his
hand at
tongue
flesh hook
in that
suspension.
shape?
He has toured with bands Slayer and Slipknot, and most interestingly, has a degree in philosophy. Number 2.
Sure.
We already had a woman who wanted to look like a cat, and a man who wanted to look like a lizard. But what about a man who wants to look like a cat? For Dennis Avner, this
So
was
you've
his
got
dream,
woman.
and before his tragic death in 2012, it
The
came
bad
true.
version of Catwoman.
He wanted to represent his totem animal, the tiger, using his Native American name Stalking Cat. He only had 14 procedures, hardly anything compared to some of the others on our list, but held the world record for the most permanent transformations to look like an animal. He even wore a robotic tail. Number 1. It's recently been recognized that people can have legitimate addictions to plastic surgery. Hang Myoku, Korean former model, is one such example
She's
of
cute.
this. In fact, her surgeons said her constant surgeries could be the result of a psychological disorder and refused
way.
to do any more work on her.
She was cute.
Getting desperate, she turned to back alley doctors who gave her more silicone and a syringe so she could do the procedures herself. But when she ran out of silicone, she turned to cooking oil, leaving her so
No way.
incredibly disfigured her own parents didn't recognize her.
No, I don't believe it.
That was
I
our
don't
list
believe
of 10
it.
people who took plastic surgery.
So I think that the plastic surgery is no such thing as a do-over. Like once you do it, you're stuck with your consequences. Even if you go to the best surgeon, sometimes complications happens for reasons. It's just your body. I'm not against cosmetic surgery when used for a physical problem, but against people who try to look like cartoons, animals, dolls. So what's the point? It should not become an obsession. For example, if you look some celebrities that were better before than now, you may wonder why. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me in the comment what you think about the plastic surgery. Thanks for watching, cause if you didn't, I'd be at home with you. See you with another reaction video. I'm moyathegenius, I'm out of here. Peace and stay tuned.